Welcome to the 12th Annual Financial Education and Capability Awards Ceremony. My name is Sue Rogan. I'm with the Cash Campaign of Maryland, and in case you don't know us, CASH stands for Creating Asset Savings and Hope. Well, the Maryland Financial Education and Capability Awards highlights the dedication and success of teachers in high school, middle school, elementary school, as well as those who focus on the adult population for the Community Champion and Outstanding Organization Award. The awards were created in collaboration with the Cash Campaign of Maryland, Maryland Council on Economic Education, and the Maryland State Department of Education, in conjunction with the Maryland Financial Education and Capability Commission, to really highlight the importance of financial education on Marylanders' lives. Financial education is a critical component to someone's financial health. People don't learn financial education consistently in schools or with their friends and family, and it's very tricky. It's not intuitive. We're not born with this knowledge. So we have to learn it, and we want to make sure that we're providing it in a way that is credible, fact-based, and unbiased.
The exploration of a token system as early as possible gives kids the advantage of opportunities that they would have with the knowledge, knowing that they are pursuing something that will, in many respects, take money. So I think having that early conversation, an honest conversation, age appropriately as they grow, I think really benefits kids. The sooner we start, the better.
Financial education is important because it is really the foundation of good decision making, and it empowers Marylanders to create the best lives for themselves without the fear of making a misstep that could cost them a job, an apartment, or really their livelihood. So by reaching Marylanders either in school or through the wonderful programs that happen in the community, we're able to really help lift people and communities through financial education.
Financial education at this point is so crucial. Our students are our future, and right now we really need to empower them to teach them financial literacy skills so that they know how to use their money wisely, that they're able to budget, and they're able to spend wisely and stay out of debt. I teach the stock market game, and through that, my students are learning how to invest their money. The stock market game just has opened even my doors. At home, I've started to invest, and I do it with my two little girls, and we talk about stocks. And so my students are doing the same. They're learning how to work as a team and create portfolios and manage that money and research stocks. They are able to take what's happening in our world and learn about current events and global changes and see the impact it has on their stocks. It is an honor. I kind of laugh because it's not me, it's my students, it's my colleagues. I have a lot of outside sources that are helping me. Maryland Council of Economics has been wonderful.
I remember back when I was an 8th grader and I was taking a financial literacy part of a course. It was from my home economic course, and all I remember was balancing a checkbook. And that's really not relevant today, and it doesn't even apply to some of the things that I went through as an adult. And so it's for those reasons I think financial literacy is crucial. It empowers our students, gets them ready for the real world, and we're preparing them to save money now, make their own money, pay themselves, and then invest it in their future.
I've always thought learning about finances is one of the main skill every student or any individual should have. And I also think that people can mess up with their finances. And one lesson I always show my students is how a millionaire can come down to a zero if they're not able to manage their finances. So managing finances is so important in everybody's life. We have many curriculum partners. There are so many lessons, activities. Actually, we have so many partners like Intuit for Education, Maryland Council of Economics. There's a whole lot of lessons teachers have, but we just pin it down to certain lessons like credit, and investments, banking, and we also talk about careers and credit scores. There's tons of things where students, when it's a money thing, we always talk about money, and I always make sure I do real world analysis when we talk about money, where we are now, and what is the students' responsibility with money as they grow. So my students are very interested in almost all the topics.
It's important because you really can't achieve all the things that independent people need to achieve if you don't understand finances. It is really such a crux of life. You cannot pay your bills, know what to do with your paycheck, think about your future, your children's futures, if you don't have basic financial education. I'm really humbled by it because I certainly don't do this work for any kind of accolades. I do this work both as a representative of Bank of America, but equally as important as a member of my community. Again, I know that I am blessed, and I really was raised to believe to whom much is given, much is expected. And so I know it's important. People need this information. They need financial education, and we can't take it for granted. Even my own children had to be taught financial education. They weren't born with it.
Well, it's important to me because it helps people make more informed decisions. The more you know about money, the more prepared you are to enter the marketplace. McPhew is the Maryland Center for Collegiate Financial Wellness, and we're helping students all across the state build their financial life skills and empowering them to thrive. So much of our work is centered around student loans and increasing people's understanding of the loans that they've borrowed and also benefits to help them pay them back. So since 2022, we've helped student loan borrowers, primarily in the state of Maryland, eliminate more than $21 million in debt. We're based in Bowie, Maryland. Much of our work is remote and from home, but we spend a lot of time in public schools and on campuses throughout the state, as well as with law enforcement officers to make sure that everyone who has student loans make sure that they're clear on the terms of those loans and that, again, they know the types of benefits that they're eligible for. It feels great. It's a complete surprise. I've been around the Financial Education and Capability Commission for many years, and I totally wasn't expecting this. So I received the award back in 2017 as an individual. That was an honor. Now it's just, I don't want to say it's a greater honor, but it's up there with it to just have created something and watched it grow and have it to be recognized by my peers. And I really value their opinions and their support.
I go back to the beginnings of my own financial education, and that really started personally for me with my father's small business and learning to help him do the books every month and reconcile. So I really learned at that time the importance of budgeting, how hard it is for small businesses. The goal is to make payroll so families, his employees could have their thriving lives that they needed in running that business. So that was my first introduction to that, and been kind of at the forefront throughout for me personally. In my role at Comcast, the connection between connectivity and financial literacy is very important. As we know, banking now is largely online with more and more retail banking closing. So people need to have those skills to be able to manage their finances, doing our taxes now. I think everyone does TurboTax, right? Everything is moving to a digital space, and we need to draw that alignment between financial literacy and connectivity.
Tonight is an exciting night, but it is also a bittersweet night because we lost someone so critical to the Cash campaign and to our story, but we are honoring him tonight with this inaugural award that we are so excited to offer. So this is the Sheldon K. Kaplis Award for Corporate Partnerships.
It is an honor, largely, first and foremost, because it's in the honor of Sheldon Kaplis. Sheldon, he was a mentor and a friend to me professionally and personally. So to really have this inaugural award in his name is just a real blessing and honor.